Top 10 Iconic Movie Soundtracks of the 80s. Step into the vibrant world of the 80s, where neon lights, big hair, and unforgettable tunes reigned supreme. This was the decade when movie soundtracks did more than just accompany the action, they became legendary. From synth-pop sensations to rock anthems that had us on our feet, these soundtracks defined a generation and have remained etched in our memories. Today, we're counting down the top 10 iconic movie soundtracks of the 80s, tracks that still make us dance, sing, and relive the magic of this unforgettable decade. Get ready to hit all the right notes as we take a trip down memory lane. Let's turn up the volume and start our countdown with number 10. Number 10. Flashdance, 1983. At number 10, we have Flashdance, a film that literally danced its way into our hearts with its pulsating soundtrack. Featuring the electrifying hit What a Feeling by Irene Cara, this soundtrack became the ultimate anthem of the 80s dance craze. With a blend of powerful ballads and high-energy tracks, it perfectly captured the era's spirit and continues to be a defining soundtrack of the decade. Number 9.
What's going on?
Beverly Hills Cop, 1984. Coming in at number 9 is Beverly Hills Cop, a film that not only delivered laughs but also gave us an unforgettable soundtrack. The theme song, Axel F. by Harold Faltermeyer, became an instantly recognizable synth melody that defined the sound of the decade. Its catchy beats and infectious energy make the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack a quintessential part of 80s pop culture. Number 8. Top Gun, 1986. Number 8 is Top Gun, a film that soared to new heights with its iconic soundtrack. Featuring unforgettable tracks like Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins and Take My Breath Away by Berlin, this soundtrack captured the exhilaration of aerial dogfights and romance. It flew straight to the top of the charts and remains a timeless favorite. Number 7.
The Breakfast Club in an all-new 30th anniversary edition.
The Breakfast Club resonates with its soundtrack that embodies teenage angst and rebellion. With the memorable Don't You Forget About Me by Simple Minds, the soundtrack became the emotional heartbeat of the film. Its poignant lyrics and memorable melody perfectly complemented the exploration of high school stereotypes and personal growth, cementing its place in 80s soundtrack history. Number 6. Dirty Dancing, 1987. Number 6 is Dirty Dancing, a film that made us all want to hit the dance floor. The soundtrack, with hits like I've Had the Time of My Life by Bill Medley and Jennifer Warnes, and Hungry Eyes by Eric Carmen, is as iconic as the film's famous dance scenes. It brings the romance and energy of the film to life, making it a timeless soundtrack that continues to dance into our hearts. If these 80s soundtracks brought back some great memories, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us keep exploring the music and movies that defined a generation. Join our community and stay tuned for more nostalgic deep dives into the best of the past. Number 5. Ghostbusters, 1984.
Ghostbusters.
At number 5, Ghostbusters delivers a soundtrack as fun and quirky as the film itself. Ray Parker Jr.'s theme song became an instant classic with its catchy chorus and memorable lyrics. The playful and supernatural vibe of the soundtrack perfectly captures the film's spirit, making it a tune that still gets stuck in our heads today. Number 4. Back to the Future, 1985. Number 4 is Back to the Future, a film that took us on a thrilling time-traveling adventure with an unforgettable soundtrack. Featuring The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News, the soundtrack perfectly complemented Marty McFly's journey through time. Its blend of rock and pop hits not only enhanced the film's nostalgic charm, but also became a defining soundtrack of the 80s. Number 3. Rocky Roman IV, 1985. At number 3, Rocky Roman IV delivers a knockout soundtrack packed with high-energy tracks. With iconic songs like Eye of the Tiger by Survivor and Living in America by James Brown, this soundtrack matches the film's dramatic and intense boxing scenes. It's a powerful mix that still gets hearts racing and fists pumping long after the final bell. Number 2. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 1986. Number 2 is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, a film that captures the spirit of rebellion and fun with its vibrant soundtrack. From Twist and Shout by the Beatles to Oh Yeah by Yellow, the soundtrack reflects Ferris's carefree adventure through Chicago. Each track adds to the film's infectious energy and youthful exuberance, making it a standout soundtrack of the decade. Number 1. Purple Rain, 1984. And at number 1, we have Purple Rain, an iconic soundtrack that's as legendary as the film itself. Prince's magnum opus not only defined the sound of the 80s, but also became a timeless musical masterpiece. With tracks like When Doves Cry and the titular Purple Rain, this soundtrack blends rock, pop, and funk, capturing Prince's artistic genius and the film's emotional depth. It remains one of the most influential soundtracks of all time, celebrated for its groundbreaking sound and unforgettable music. As we've seen, the soundtracks of the 80s were more than just musical accompaniment, they were integral to the films that defined the decade. These iconic scores and songs have left a lasting impact on our cultural landscape, proving that music can be just as powerful as the images on screen. Whether they made us dance, cry, or cheer, these soundtracks are timeless classics that continue to resonate with audiences of all ages. Enjoyed this musical journey? Don't miss our next video on the top 10 forgotten one-hit wonders of the 80s, where we'll dive into another decade of unforgettable music.